Welcome to Behind the Brand, episode 3. Today, my guest is someone that wears so many hats. He's an entrepreneur, he's an engineer, and he's a coach. He's a man with a story, and he's someone that has a lot to say. Today, I'm going to have a real discussion with the one and only engineer Mohamed Jaafar, or known to so many of you as MJ. Welcome to Behind the Brand podcast. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you very much for having me, Nada. It's my pleasure to be here.
It's our pleasure to have you too. So, are you ready?
I am.
Let's start. So, for the first question, for those who don't know you yet, who is Mohamed Jaafar, MJ, beyond the titles?
Okay, that's a very good question. I'd say Mohamed Jaafar is a highly ambitious, driven person. I'm motivated by the wanting to make a positive change in the world and make an impact in the world. And I'm a family-orientated person. I enjoy spending time with my family, and I like the little things in life, such as reading. I love swimming, and I love just creating an impact. That I would say is my biggest
So were you
motivation.
always like this, or the experiences you had in life made you the person you are today as a mindset?
To be honest, I've always had the mentality of wanting to do the best in whatever I put my hands in.
Okay.
So anything I do, I like to do it to the best of my ability
Okay.
and to give it the best shot possible.
That's nice to hear. Very ambitious.
Yeah.
So we're going to pop on to the second question. You're an engineer, entrepreneur, football academy founder. Which one did you become first, and which one surprised you the most? I want to know the answer to this.
Okay, so I would say I've been an entrepreneur first. I've always had the mentality I've always wanted to buy and sell stuff, and I've always had the business mindset. I always wanted to innovate. I always wanted to create something new. But the one that I would say surprised me the most is an engineer. Because
Okay.
when I was a kid growing up, I wanted to be a pilot. But, things change, and then, I would say being an engineer is my biggest surprise.
To my surprise, when I saw you've became an engineer, I was like, I always thought that you're gonna go like to football or something as a profession because how amazing you play. So I'm very surprised that you chose to become an engineer. Was it because you wanted, or you just chose to be an engineer?
Okay, so that's coming to that. The reason why I don't play football anymore professionally, I had to undergo 2 surgeries on my knee. And, it's always the knee problems.
So guys, you have to be very careful when you play football.
Yes. So I tore my meniscus twice.
Wow.
And sadly, the doctor said, I think, MJ, it's time for you to lay aside your football dreams and you have to take it a bit casually. I've been playing for the national team of Nigeria at the under-16 level. I've also represented the Lebanese national team at the under-20 level. Now, I've played for multiple professional teams in Europe as well. But, some things are just out of our hands. And
But we're
some things are
glad
just
that
meant
you
to
still
happen.
can play and you're in very good condition. That's the most important thing.
Of course.
So now we're going to go to the second aspect of our podcast. It's titled Journey, Your Journey. So we're going to start with the first question to take us back to the beginning. Where did the love of football come from, and when did you decide to turn it into something bigger?
So my love for football has probably come from my dad. My dad's also a football coach. So being a young boy, I've always had football around the house. Probably my first picture as a kid was with a football. So it's probably from my dad. And I'm also in a family of 4 boys.
Wow.
So football is the one thing that brings us together and gives us something to talk about.
So all of you are into football.
Yes.
Oh, wow. You studied civil engineer and MA in international relation and diplomacy. How do those worlds connect with what you're building today?
Yes, so civil engineering, a lot of people think that getting an engineering certificate, if you're not an engineer, means you've wasted it. No,
Yeah.
an engineering certificate, it teaches you how to think, how to solve problems, that mindset to do things on time, do things with discipline, being dedicated to something. Once you put your mind to it, you achieve. I think that's what an engineering degree gives you. It's not necessarily just by going into engineering, that's what makes you an engineer. It's the mindset that it gives you. And diplomacy, obviously I work with a lot of parents when it comes to the academy. You need to know how to speak to them. You need to know how to represent your brand professionally. And it's something, and even for something like this, diplomacy helps me. It teaches you how to speak in front of an audience as well.
I think there's a word you said, dedication, and I think in the world where we are trying to succeed in our brand and in our businesses, if you're not dedicated enough, I don't think you can succeed. And it's the life lessons that we've been through or that shaped our journey is what made us be more dedicated now. So I think people should be dedicated enough in what they're doing to be able to succeed in what they want. So it's very important, and I think what you're reflecting, this is the second time you say dedication, and it reflects a lot to me too, that I love this word because it represents a lot of people with it. So building MJ Elite Football Academy in Kano, Nigeria, what was the moment you said, this has to exist?
Okay, so I've learned how to play football in Kano. This was where I've built all of my skills and my fundamental ability to play football. And there's one thing that I saw that there's no standard academy. There's no place that people can go to or young kids can go to learn how to play football at a good standard with professional coaches, with a curriculum, and just training with a purpose.
Okay.
And that was something that I wanted to see and I wanted to do, because I've played with a lot of talented people, very, very talented, that deserve to play at the highest level. But just because of that lack of opportunity or lack of facilities, they were just not able to. So that's something that I want to change. And that's
I think
why
you're
the
also
academy.
doing something great in Kano, in the community, providing kids at this young age to have this opportunity, and with someone that they're all your fans, by the way. Yani, everybody, like, I get through, like, I know them, they're in the academy, no, we have football today, we're going to see MJ. I was like, wow, you have a huge influence on the young generation. So it's an amazing thing you're doing. So what was the biggest sacrifice you made to get here and that most people don't know about you?
Biggest sacrifice? I would say when you want to build a business, you just have to, I would say, losing your social life. That's something that a lot of people don't understand. If you want to build a business, you have to put most of your focus on that business. Sometimes you have to be able to say no when your friends want to go out. Something that you might enjoy to do, but you just have to do it because you know you have something that you're trying to build and you have to focus on. So I would say probably losing a bit of friends, losing that social life, that's something, but I think it's worth it because what we're building is something that goes way more than just that.
You're right. I have a question that just popped up in my mind. Did you, when you finished your degree and everything, were you willing to come back, or did something made you come back?
That's a very good question. That's a very good
Because,
question.
like, to me, when I finished my bachelor degree and I was doing my first master's, I got a very good job, and I wasn't planning to come back. And then eventually something happened. You know, we had the crisis in Lebanon and everything, and I had to come and do a decision that I have to come back. So, and now I'm here. So, do you have the same, do you relate to the same story, or have a different thing that happened to you?
No, I don't think so. I wanted to come to Nigeria, and all of the skills that I've learned abroad and all of the things that they were doing, I wanted to replicate it here.
Okay.
Because I believe we have everything to succeed in whatever aspect that we want to. We have the talent, we have the people, we have the potential, and that was something I wanted to implement where I was born.
To create opportunities.
Exactly, to create opportunities and use whatever I've amassed, whatever skills I've amassed to help benefit my own people and my own community and my own city. So that was one big reason why I came back.
That's amazing to hear, and it's gonna relate to everybody, even watching us from the audiences, is to hear something like that coming from someone like you. So that's amazing to hear that. Was there a point where people doubted you and told you it wouldn't work, and how did you handle that?
Doubt. Something very, very common. Something that has to happen whenever you want to do something different. So people are always going to doubt, and you have to push through that. And the way you do that is just by believing in yourself, because only you can see your vision.
Yeah.
No matter how much explaining you do to people, they would never see what you're able to see. You have your own view of reality based on your own experiences. So you going to different people, asking them, this is my plan, this is what I want to do, what's your advice? That's unnecessary, and that's only going to create doubt, and that's only going to create, because everyone has different perspectives.
Yeah, of course.
So it's part of the game, and I know doubt is part of anything you want to do, but I just push through because I believe in what I'm doing, and I believe in myself as well.
And I think what I can say is that you have a lot of passion, and passion plays a role. When somebody is passionate about something, he succeeds no matter what the surroundings tell him. So passion is very important, faith is very important, and then we come to the word that you've been saying, dedication. So being dedicated and being passionate enough to do something you love, I think everybody will succeed.
Yes, and also there's a book I want to reference as well. It's called Always Start with Why. Any business that you want to do, have a reason as to why you want to build it. Start with why. The CEO of Apple had a why. The Wright brothers, the one that created Flight, had a why. So always have a reason behind what you want to do. If you just want to do it, I want to do this because someone else is doing it and he's making money, I want to make money as well. You're never going to make it because there is no that raw dedication and passion for what you're doing. So it's not going to succeed.
I think
always have a why in
and
business.
to add to what you is that somebody has to think about his business before thinking about, I just want to do my business to have money. Money comes along the way, but if you have the thought of just making money immediately, I don't think a person might succeed.
No. You have to fall in love with the process.
Yeah.
Not with just that outcome of making
Yeah,
money.
making
it's
money.
the process that once you fall in love with that, anything becomes possible and money comes. Once you're doing something good, money is bound to follow.
100%. So we're coming to our third category. It's the academy and community impact.
Yeah.
So MJLI Football Academy trains kids from the ages of 6 to 18. What does it mean to you personally to invest in young people at that age?
So, so as I said, it's coming to the why. The reason why I did it, I obviously couldn't achieve my football dreams because of the injury. And because of that, I've amassed a lot of experience in international levels. I've played under the best coaches. And I've learned a lot of things when it comes to football. And all of that knowledge is just in my head. If I just stop playing football and I stop doing things that's involved with football, that's all gone to waste. But all of the hours and dedication that I put in on football, I want to use that to help other people and to help kids. So I want them to achieve what I couldn't achieve, and it would make me the proudest person to see one of my kids that I've trained achieve it at a big stage.
I think everybody is proud of you, and I think you're going to be proud of what you're doing because you're doing an amazing job. Where champions are made. So this is the question I would like to know the answer to.
Okay.
What does a champion mean to you beyond football?
Okay, that's the question I like the most. Because a lot of people think a champion is someone that just wins a cup. A champion is someone that achieves a milestone. A champion is someone that just wins a match. No, a champion is a person that has the mindset to succeed. A champion is someone that understands failure is a part of success. A champion is a person that has delusional self-belief. He has to believe in himself so much that he can succeed in whatever he puts his mind into. And I want to say a story about Kanye West. Kanye West was once asked, are you able to play in the NBA? He was like, yes. And the interviewer was surprised. He was like, what do you mean, yes?
Yeah.
He said, yes, because I believe I can. And once you believe you can, even impossible becomes possible. So that's the mindset of a champion, and that's what a champion is.
100%. I don't think there's anything impossible in life. If you want to do something, you're able to achieve it as long as you believe it's possible to be done. So how has the academy changed the community in Kano? And what are you seeing on the ground? What changes are you seeing on the ground?
Okay. So other than my players improving a lot, there's a lot of changes.
I think recently you had a match, right?
We did have a match.
And you said, I watched you putting on Instagram, you did a great job, the team you were there.
Yes.
So it's
they
amazing.
Did very well.
Yeah.
They did fantastic, and they showed the teamwork, they showed the dedication, they showed everything that we've learned, they've applied. So I was very proud of them. And I would say the impact that we're having is, number one, obviously, is making people healthier and is giving the kids an opportunity to socialize after football. They have an extracurricular activity that they would benefit physically and mentally as well. It helps that they're able to see friends as well. And I would say it brings the community together. It's something that brings the community together and gives things to talk about. Also, our content, people enjoy watching that. So
I want to share
makes
something
people
with
laugh.
you. There's somebody that is in your team, and he's happy and he's so proud to be in your academy. He was like, football changed my life, and Coach MJ is changing my life. So I just want to tell you how much impact you have on these kids, and to have someone like you having this positive impact on society, on the community, on children from that particular age is amazing. So I just wanted to tell you what one of the kids was telling me.
Nada, that's making me very proud, and that's the goal in the beginning, just to give people something happy to do and something people to enjoy. So that's something that makes me very proud, and I'm happy that he said that.
So
And he
we're
thinks that
gonna
way.
go to your father,
Yeah.
okay? I've seen that there is R&K. So there's a
Yes.
question here. You also founded R&K. I think it represents your dad, and you took over.
Football club, yeah.
So United FC, how does that sit alongside the academy? Are they two parts of one vision, or there are different concepts?
Yes. So a lot of people don't know that, but R and K, that's the initials of my parents.
Nice.
R is the initial of my dad, and K is the initial of my mom. So I just thought whatever I'm doing, I'd like to represent them as well. And I would say it's also the same pathway, because the academy, it teaches young people how to play football and gives them the fundamentals to be able to perform at a high stage. And once they're developed and ready enough, R&K United gives them that platform to perform.
Wow.
So what we do with R&K United, we host tournaments. Right now, actually, we're hosting an inter-university tournament in Kano.
That's nice.
Yes, so we
Amazing.
brought together 8 of the biggest universities in Kano to go head-to-head for...
We need to go and watch the game.
No, you should. You should. I want to see you there in the final. I'll invite you. I'd love you to be there.
So I love it. So you're saying R and K represents your parents' initials. MJ also represents you.
My initials.
I can also talk about me, because Business Line at NK also represents my initials.
Yeah.
My name is Nada, and my family name is Kodami. So it's nice to see that we are always involving our family into
Correct.
that
Correct.
aspects. It's such an amazing thing to hear.
Yeah.
So a lot of people talk about giving back, but you are actually doing it. What drives you? What drives you more to see, like, to take this sense of responsibility? Who do you consider, and who's your champion? So I need two answers.
So my academy is, the slogan of my academy is MJ Academy, where champions are made.
Yes,
So I'm trying to create as many champions as I can.
you're trying to be responsible enough of it.
Exactly, to get
Yeah.
it done. And I'd say it gives me a sense of responsibility. I told you I'm driven by wanting to create an impact that outlasts me and outlasts just me being here. I want to create something that's going to be something that's a legacy. And legacy is based not on financial gains, but based on impact.
Wow.
So that's, I would say, is my biggest drive, and
And
I'm glad everything
the
seems
answer,
to be working out.
the answer to the second question, who's your champion? Who do you consider that has, okay, let me just say it in parentheses, we're saying champion, but who do you consider that has a lot of, impacted your life?
Who would be the biggest impact in
Yeah.
my life?
Or impacted your life?
In the way, I would
Yeah.
say, so number one, I'm someone that reads a lot.
Okay.
I love reading. So I love getting different perspectives of different people based on their own experiences. So I read a lot of self-help books, I read a lot of business books, I read a lot of that. So I've sort of gotten different perspectives of a lot of successful businessmen and a lot of people that have been through a lot. And that sort of molded the way I think, and gave me that mindset that once you put your mind to it, you can do it. So that even taught me the definition of a
So you
champion.
love reading books.
I do.
So I'm going to give a sneak peek.
Okay.
It's the first time from the podcast we're doing, especially with you, is that I have been working on a special piece close to my heart for more than 2 years. And it's a book. It's a guide book to business. It's about branding. And it's already done. We're launching about it next week.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely pass a book to you so you can read and give us your feedback about it, since you love reading books. So
Yeah, I'd
guys,
love
we
to read
have
that.
our launching next week, so keep an eye on the book launch. And then the huge event is going to come back in July. So yeah, I'm excited for that.
That's great. And I've been seeing that you've been doing a lot of things behind the brand, business line, and all of that. But
Yeah.
I want to ask you now,
Yeah.
what's your biggest motivation? Where does that motivation come from?
Personally,
Yeah.
it comes from everything I've passed through my life, and from the failures to getting up back and everything I've been surviving. But mostly the motivation is from my mom.
Okay.
She was behind me taking this decision of doing what I'm doing today. And she was the one that pushed me, people need to get to know what you can offer and what you can give, because you have a lot to give. And there's a lot of people out there that can learn from you. You know, we have a lot of people in the world that do similar jobs or similar things like we're doing, but each person of us can represent and is different in our own perspective, mindset. So I think we still learn today. I still learn from everyone. But my mindset is a little bit different because I want to help entrepreneurs, business owners to be able to reach, be able to achieve their dreams. The same way what I wanted somebody to be next to me when I wanted to achieve my dream and I couldn't find someone. So I want to be that person for them.
Okay, that's very interesting, and that's nice. Why?
And I never gave up. So I want to tell the audience to never give up. That when you have a fire inside of you, you're passionate about something, just do it. Don't let anybody like tell you can't do it or you're not up to it, or like a lot of people are doing the same thing. Yes, a lot of people are doing the same thing, but you're different. Just know that you're different. Everybody is born different, and everybody has a different mindset.
100%, and that's exactly what I've been trying to say as well. People are gonna doubt, but once you have an idea, do it. Only you can see your vision.
Yes.
So that's a very good analysis of it. And also doing something for the first time. As you know, there is no blueprint. For example, me as well. I don't have a blueprint as to how to run the football club. I don't have a blueprint as to how to do an academy in Decano. And you probably don't have a blueprint as to how to set up a podcast and all of that stuff. We're just doing it because it's the first time we're doing it or anyone else is doing it. So we just have to sort of believe in ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
So how do you go through that? How do you just push through like not knowing how to do and just believe in yourself?
First of all, I'm also a person that reads a lot. And since a young age, I've been working. So I've been working with a lot of clients when I was studying in Beirut. So it's eventually the life lessons that helped me or made me the person I am today. And when I started Business Line and I started growing, I was like, I want to provide a platform, especially here in Kano, as you were saying, because of the academy. I wanted to do something special for the first time not done here in Kano, which is the podcast, to be able to get people who are actually an impact in the society, business owner, entrepreneurs that they have a story. They have a journey to talk about. And we can also learn because, as you're saying, we all are here today by teaching ourselves to be what we are. So every one of us have a lesson to teach someone else. And the people coming on the podcast also have something to teach and also something to say to the audience. So this is how I came up with doing Behind the Brand podcast. And Business Line also plays the same role because it's everything. My clients were also the motivation were like, because I helped somebody, one of the clients I worked with in Sudan, she wanted to do a hospital. So we started from zero. She didn't have anything. So we started from zero, and now she's one of the most biggest hospitals that is providing for the community in Sudan.
Wow.
So this was the motivation to start something like Business Line.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. And doing something as well, and as a woman as well, being able to push through everything, push through all the doubts, that's something that's very inspiring. And I'm sure your audience would look at you and definitely look up to you and
Thank you.
learn a lot.
We're trying to do as much as best possible we can.
Yeah, you're doing great. Keep it up.
So now, how did you build your personal brand alongside the academy? Was that a conscious decision or did it happen naturally?
That's a conscious decision. Now, having a personal brand is one of the biggest business assets you can have. You have to have a personal brand. In this day and age, a personal brand cuts through the requirement to go through ads. Go through, like, for example, billboards. I think billboards are I know billboards are nowhere near as effective as social media in reaching the eyes of people. Social media, in a post, for example, you can get over 50,000 views. That's just one day. You pay for a billboard, millions of naira, millions of whatever it is, and you won't get even a slight percentage of that. And a lot of brands, their goal is to reach as many eyes as possible. And social media does that because one thing that everyone has is a phone. And one thing we're addicted to these days is social media.
So how are you using social media?
What do you mean by that?
How are you using social media to be able to reach as much as you can with the people in the community? How are you, sometimes people use social media in a positive way, and sometimes they think they're using it in a positive way, but they end up using it in a negative way. So how is it impacting you? Is it helping you reach the perspective you want?
So yes, obviously everything is done with a purpose. We have a purpose, and what social media just helps us do is to get that purpose to as many eyes as possible. For example, with the RNK United Football Club, what we're doing is to create a platform for young people to be able to perform and showcase their skills. So social media is the best way for us to push that to as many people as possible, to see what we're doing and to understand what we're doing and to be a part of it, even if it's not them be physically there, but online. They can just watch and it can just make someone's day. So that's the impact that we're trying to do with social media, and it's definitely positive, or we try as much as we
I
can
have
to
a
make it
personal
positive.
question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I've been seeing you very active on social media, and it's to be honest, you have like a lot of like a lot of people, or I can say celebrities. How did like do you know them personally, or you worked on getting, because everybody like when they like like you see like when he posted his with like the celebrity, I was like
This.
like
Yeah.
so how were you able to reach this type of audience?
Okay, so once you're doing something good, everyone's gonna want to be a part of it. Number one, it started with Badman Buladen, which is a popular Nigerian artist. He's my friend. So I spoke to him and I was like, I have this tournament. I'd love it if you come and be a part of it. He's like, yeah, bro, I've got you 100%. I'm down. Let's do it. Then once he did that, all of the other celebrities saw that and it's trending. So once I reach out to them, they're just like, yeah, let's do it. I'd love to be a part of it. So once you're doing something good, I think a lot of people would like to ride on the train
So
or to come along.
to set the picture clear, so it means when a person has an influence in the community and they're doing a very good job, it doesn't mean that somebody won't be interested in helping or being part of it. So just to keep the record straight, you're not paying anybody of the celebrities to come.
No.
Because everybody will, like there's a typical question that if somebody is coming that is he's known,
No.
they'll be like, okay, he paid him to come. We have this type of mentality.
No.
So
No, a lot of them, they just want to come for passion. They just want to come to be a part of what we're doing, to be a part of the story. As you know, what I'm doing is to help young people. And I also told them, whatever you guys need as well, I'm there to help you. I'm help represent you as well. So they just want to do it for the sake of doing it. And that's it.
okay, so you have 37K on TikTok and around 12K on the academy. It's still growing. How are you thinking about using this platform to scale it?
So yeah, it's just like how I scaled everything else. Consistency, produce high quality content, just do things regularly and you will grow. That's all it is. Just once you're focused on something, do your job, the numbers would come later.
So
It's not an issue.
I need to get some like when we're done under the
No.
podcast, you need to give me some tips of how to grow my audience more.
Yeah.
Okay, before I continue, we have
Okay.
something special for you. There's someone that is in your academy, loves you so much, and when he heard that you're coming on the podcast, he wanted to come and see you.
Okay.
And we want to ask him some questions. So please, can we welcome together Jamil Hajij?
Jimmy, how are you, Jimmy? How's it going?
Hello.
Good? Jimmy,
So do you want to stand
one of my
next to
best
me
players.
or you want to stay next to MJ?
I'm sitting with Coach.
Coach.
Well,
Can
honestly-
we welcome his dad inside, please? So if he wants to take some pictures, we can let his dad come in.
Hi,
Okay.
Jimmy. How are you? He's already in the academy.
Next to Coach MJ. You're happy? Can I ask you a question about Coach MJ? What do you love most about Coach MJ? What do you love most about him?
What he does?
He,
He's
Is-
like in what he does.
yeah.
Yeah, and what we do.
Matches.
So you love the way he teaches you how to play the matches and everything? So what's the one thing that Coach Emily does a lot when he's training you? What's the one move he does a lot? He has a lot of moves.
He always says that last one to the circle is doing punishment.
Why do you particularly tell him that?
No, so that's basically once we whistle, for example, once we're done with the drill, and like everyone come to the circle, last person has to go a lap, So it's just something to get them all running and excited and shouting.
So do you want to tell him one last thing before you go?
I don't know.
Do you love him? How much do you love Coach MJ?
I don't know again.
Do you love him so much?
Yeah.
Okay, Coach Amdi, he loves you so much. So now you have training after 2 hours, right? So make sure to play very good, okay?
He always does. He's one of our best players. He has a great mentality to succeed, and he, I would say, is on the path of becoming a champion.
That's amazing. So I think also it's something very nice to hear because his dad is also here. So we have a champion on the way also, right?
Yes, we are. We do.
Thank you, Jamil, for coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, Jimmy. I'll see you in training later, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Give me a high five. High five. Bye. So I hope it was
That was a good
nice surprise.
Very nice one.
Yeah. So what does the business model behind running a football academy in Nigeria, and what are the real challenges people don't talk about it?
So as I said before, it's something that no one has done before. So obviously it's a challenge that there's no blueprint to follow, something that you just have to do and you just have to figure out. And coming back to that engineering mindset, being able to solve problems as it comes is part of the way I think now because of that engineering degree. So yeah, I would say that's the biggest challenge, is doing something that no one has done before.
That's nice to hear that. So what does success look like for MJ Elite in the next 5 years? So in
Yeah.
the next 5 years, what does success mean to you for the academy?
Okay, so success would be probably, as I said, I want to see one of my players playing at a professional level.
Becoming a champion.
Yeah, that would be something that I would be very proud of, and that I would say is definitely a success or a milestone. And also being a part of every city. Like now we have a branch in Kano. I'd love to expand. I'd love to do what I'm doing in a different state as well.
And we will be very happy to see you grow and expand your expertise to the other places in Nigeria. So, can you give me the answer to
Coming
the
back
question?
to the okay, yes. How do you not lose yourself in all of this?
Yeah.
I don't think it's an issue of losing yourself. You have to lose yourself. If you're building a business, you don't come out of that business the same person you were before, because now you have new habits, now you have new routine, now you have new group of friends. So I think it's not really about, you shouldn't be worried about losing yourself. I think you should be focused on being able to accept the new version of you. So yes, I'm not really too focused on losing myself. I think I'm just focused on building my brand and the person I come out after that brand. So yeah, you have to change.
Making a name for
you
yourself.
You can't be the same person.
Yeah. I want to ask a question. What's the issue? What's the thing with the hats?
What, having so many things I do?
No, what's the issue?
Oh.
I saw the video. Everyone was like the hats.
The RNK merch
Yeah, well,
and the MJ Academy merch.
what's the problem with the hats? You love
Okay.
wearing hats?
No, I do love wearing hats, but that's not the purpose. At the end of it, remember when we spoke about branding?
Yeah.
Branding. That's a very important asset that a business should have. You should have your presence sort of everywhere, and it works good as advertisement. Everyone loves a hat, and and it reached you as well. So you saw my brand, and that's the goal, to get as many people to
And
see
I saw
what we're
something
doing.
else. One of the coach was saying, they were asking him about you a question, and we said that you always say, let's go. So is it something that
Yeah.
you it has mastered along the side with you, or that's something that it's just, this is part of you?
I think I love doing things to a high standard, so I try to motivate the team around me to also maintain that standard.
Okay.
So they might think it's a bit of pressure, but they would also benefit
I'm
from
gonna
that.
steal it from you. I'm gonna be telling them, let's go. Like MJ.
So yeah, it's just for them to get that sense of urgency and be able to perform at a high level. And it's also beneficial to anyone that works with me, because any brand, once they say they've worked with my brand,
Yeah.
they're gonna know they're good and
Of
they're
course.
associated with
Yeah,
something
100%.
good.
Who has been your biggest influence in the football and business in
Football?
general?
We'll have to come back to my dad. As I said, he was my
Okay.
main coach. He was my first coach, and he was the person that made me like football.
He
and
was the
become
man
good at
behind
it.
the story.
He is. You could say that. Yes. He's the one that taught me
Yeah.
everything I know in football. So I would say he's my biggest influence in football. When it
Business.
comes to business, I told you I read a lot of books, so I get different perspectives from different people, and A lot of big names such as Stephen Bartlett, which is the owner of the Diary of a CEO,
Yeah.
the #1 podcast. He interviews successful business people. I've learned a lot from him. And yeah, there's also an author of Atomic Habits, which is a
Yeah, I
very
love
book.
the
I'd
book.
recommend anyone to read
I
that.
love the book.
Yeah.
I've read it twice.
Very good book. And
Yeah, I've read it twice, yeah.
yeah, just to tell your audience, I wanted to say this as well. Atomic Habits, the whole purpose of the book is to tell you to break big tasks into smaller tasks.
To break all the barriers.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
once you improve, even if it's just 1% every day, after 1 year, you're going to be 37 times better than where you started.
Yeah.
So it's a book that I recommend anyone to read if you want a success in
There's
business.
somebody I watch on Instagram, he's called, and I did like a reel about it under Business Line. He's called Simon Squibb.
Mm.
So Simon Squibb is a person that goes on the road and interviews people and asks
Yes.
them a question, what's your dream?
Yeah, I've seen him.
So
I've seen him.
MJ, what's your dream?
What is my dream? So he interviews people and he asks people that haven't yet started their dream. But I've started my dream.
We're still on the way.
Yeah, I'm on the way.
So what's,
Yes,
yeah.
but I've started it. And my dream is to create a brand that's going to be a household name and people would know. And it would be able to impact as many people as I can. And that, I would say, is my dream. And to see people, to leave a place better than how I left it. That's a goal that I want to do.
That's amazing.
You look like you're cheering up, Nada.
No,
You're cheering up.
it is amazing because I do love seeing people like so like confident in what they're doing and like you're doing something really appreciative in the community. We're not talking about any other aspect. We're talking about something really that is interesting and really that will impact a lot of people in their lives. So I'm rooting for you. What's the one lesson football has taught you that no classroom has ever taught you?
Football has proven to me that really once you work, anything is possible. Without football, I wouldn't have traveled to a lot of different countries. Without football, I wouldn't have met the people I've met. Football was the first time that I've actually seen and lived that once you work hard, anything is possible. And that's the mindset that I continue to apply with every business I do because I know it works and I've experienced it. I've played at international levels. I've met the national team of Nigeria's football coach. He came and he coached me as well. So really, really, you achieve a lot just by focusing and working hard. I know a lot of people say that, but trust me, it works. Just work hard. And
So we
keep
have
going.
a closing question.
Okay.
Then we have the rapid fire. And there's a question I usually ask my guests at the end of the podcast. And they usually write it on the card so we can keep it as a memory.
Okay.
Okay? So the last question comes to, what would you say to a young person in Kano or anywhere who has a big dream but doesn't know where to start?
Yes, I would say it brings us back to the atomic habits. Break what you want to do into tiny steps. If I come 6 months ago or 8 months ago, I was going to make a football academy that's #1 in Kano. I'm going to get all of these celebrities to come and be a part of it. I'm going to also make a football club. I'm going to do all of that. It's just going to sound delusional.
Yeah.
But once you break it down into tiny steps, for example, I want to start an academy. Okay, first of all, write it down. Because that's what brings it into existence, instead of it just being an idea.
Yeah.
So just start by any tiny step and just build on that. And that's my advice. Don't look at the final picture and like, oof, it's so far away. It's just going to demotivate you.
Just start.
Just start.
Just
There's
start.
also a saying I always say, if you say you're going to start tomorrow, you're never going to start. But if you start today, you're going to finish tomorrow. And that's what you should carry with you.
That's a nice advice. I'm also going to take it into consideration. So, are you ready for your rapid fire?
I am. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Okay. Talent or hard work?
Talent and hard work. Both of them work. Once you work hard, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
No, that's a very nice answer. Business or coach?
You're asking me the same questions.
Business or coach? No,
Business.
Okay, business. World Cup trophy or Africa's biggest football academy?
Africa's biggest football academy.
I thought you were gonna say World Cup.
No.
If your life had a title, what would it be? I think your name would be.
MJ.
Yes.
I like that
Yeah.
as well.
This question, but I don't know if you resonate with one of them, but I'm gonna ask you, Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi. Messi. Jimmy shouldn't hear that because he's a big Ronaldo fan.
His dad is not here too.
Oh, yeah, so I would say Messi. Messi is very
So,
talented and a
You
lot of
chose
people think
Messi.
he's not hardworking.
So what's the difference between the playing techniques between Messi and Ronaldo?
Yeah, Messi is more of natural talent. Ronaldo is more of hard work and dedication. Both of them are fantastic players, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
They're both superstars. They both completely changed the way we think of football today. But I just enjoy watching Messi more. Messi has done more spectacular things and he just does something. I'm like, how is that even possible? So I would say Messi.
Messi.
That's the difference.
Okay, before we end our broadcast, the last question is that what is the number one advice that you've heard or has impacted you in a positive way? What is the one advice you've heard or received that has impacted you in a lot of ways that we can share with the audience so they can be influenced also?
What advice I've listened to? I would say
It can be a quote, for example, from a book you've seen or from a person that you've never expected to give you an advice and actually played a huge difference in your journey.
So I would say just start. Just start whatever you do because once you start, that's the only way you can bring it into reality. A lot of people have so much goals, so much things to do, but they're just overwhelmed and they just keep on procrastinating and they delay. My advice is to be, I know a lot of people have goals, a lot of people have dreams that they want to do, but they just keep delaying and keep saying tomorrow. I'm a person that doesn't believe in tomorrow. I believe in today, and I believe in doing whatever you want to do today. If you say you're going to start tomorrow, you just would not do it. So just start, put your mind to something, you will achieve it if you keep pushing through. And that's what I would say is my advice, to just start.
I want to tell you thank you so much for being here, for being on Behind the Brand podcast. Thank you for sharing your journey. Thank you for sharing your life lessons. And thank you for answering to every single question we had to ask you. And thank you for being truthful to us and to yourself. So before today, we had an amazing guest that I said has a lot of hats. He's an entrepreneur, an engineer, and he's a coach. He is someone that has played or had a lot in his life. His journey impacted a lot of people. He has his own academy now, influencing the young generation and becoming the best version of themselves. So today I had the pleasure in talking with engineer Mohamed Jaafar, or as you guys know him as MJ. So I am looking forward for you guys to see the full episode on the YouTube channel on Behind the Brand podcast. See you next week.
Cut. That's fantastic. I
Can
enjoyed
you
that.
write your advice?
Sure.
Please, we need you and
So
just
what
sign
I said
it.
or just like something else?
It's the question I asked you about.
Just start.
And just sign, please.
It was a nice podcast. I enjoyed it.
It was
a
simple.
lot of-
It's
so
just
simple.
like drinking a cup of coffee and then talking
It was.
about our journeys.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what you were saying.
The special guest. And you got it now.
But what were you were doing this? I was like, what is she doing with her hand? I didn't understand. Then I was able in my eyes here just to see Fatima was at the door. Then I understood when Fatima was on the door that the guest is around. Jimmy, thank you. Before you go, please, can I have the business line bag, please?
No, I get a gift as well.
This is what we do with our guests at the end of the day. So
Okay.
this is yours. There's a small note inside that is actually a quote said by me by Business Line. And we know you love hats. So we got you a hat.
For a man of so many hats, an extra hat. I
Yeah.
really appreciate it. Nada.
It's not like a logo or
Yeah,
anything,
no, I
but
really
it's
like it.
it's something
You
that you can
definitely
wear
see
it.
me wearing it in one of the videos coming soon. So,
And the quote is for you, especially for you, said by me by Business Line. So
Thank
I
you
hope
very much.
also it represents part of your journey and it helps you in a certain kind of way.
really appreciate it.
Thank you
Nada.
so
It was
much.
a pleasure to be here. I really enjoyed this and
Bridget,
keep up the
yeah.
good work.